Christoper. How's it going, Prince?
How you doing?
Artist Trayce, the realist. A man who's everywhere like Prince. Talk about his upcoming music project. And welcome aboard. It is yet again the Sacramento Sunset. Thank you for joining us. I am yours truly, Vince Vicari, and on my right is my truly, and probably yours truly as well, Miss Britney Rossman.
What's up, Dad?
Everything. How you doing?
Well, how are you?
Look at that gold hue.
I know. I think it brings out the gold undertones,
Kim
too.
Kardashian is probably very upset with you right now. Today, we're featuring some local independent movers and shakers in and around the Sacramento area. And coming up later in the show, we have a hip-hop artist who is everywhere, both on the internet and in person. We're also going to have a Sacramento Sunset letter. So you, the viewers, get to write in and ask us a question about relationships. And we are experienced, maybe not licensed, but we aim to please and help you out.
Indeed.
So that'll be happening later on in the show. But first, we have on a mover and shaker, B.
Yes.
How would you describe what this next guest
Well,
does?
your word is better than any. A documentarian, is that what you said?
Yes.
Good. Prince slash videographer slash photographer and much, much more, which is why he's here.
Anything behind the lens is this
Anything
man.
behind the lens, it says ographer at the
Yes,
end.
our guest, Prince Christoper. How's it going, Prince?
How you doing?
Good. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Now, first up, you have a webisode series on YouTube called Destined for Greatness.
Right.
I want to know how that all got started and why you even did that, and what it is.
Destined for Greatness got started because, well, I know a lot of people in Sacramento that do local music. I mean, just do music on their own. And I feel like in Sacramento, at least, it's probably everywhere, but I can only speak for Sacramento. People, if you say you're an artist, usually people turn a deaf ear to you immediately because you're not on the radio or you're not on TV. So they're like, oh, you're a Sacramento artist, and then they don't want to hear anything you got to say after that. So I started the show because I wanted to be able to gain that support and grow people as an artist and show their journey, that because people are actually trying to achieve their goals. And if I got it on videotape and be able to show it to people, they would see that, oh, okay, they really are good at what they do. They really are trying at what they do. And, you know, just gain that support.
That's awesome. How does that selection process take place? I mean, do people come to you, or you kind of keep your eye on people who are out there doing their thing in Sacramento, or how's it work?
Right now it's a little bit of both. At first, I always keep my eye out on people, looking for who's active and who's persistent. But now, I have a few episodes out, and the word is spreading. I have artists contacting me, but I limit who's available to be on the show by how much effort I see that they're putting in to accomplish their dreams. So
Very nice.
I have to see that they're putting in effort.
Absolutely. I have a question for you. You know, like the stigma or cliche question, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
But what came first for you? Like, what was your passion first, and then what followed after? What influenced it after?
I started out with photography. So I've always interested in photography, but I got a camera the first time about 1.5 years ago, and I just went full force photography. And about 6 months into that, I started playing with video, and it was a short time period after that where I just decided to do the show. So I just got the camera. So I guess the camera first, photography, and then video.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So would you consider what you do like a business or a service? I mean, how do you kind of market yourself, and how do you get the ball rolling on something like this?
Facebook.
That's right, Facebook.
That's usually the easiest output for anybody when you start doing something, because everybody watches what you do on Facebook, and as soon as you put it out there, you just consistently put it out there, people start recognizing you for that. So I'll take the pictures, I'll put them online, and I'll get the feedback from it, and then started booking people for portraits and photo shoots. And once that got popular, then now I just have customers coming to me for anything that they need with a photo. And actually, I was doing club promotions. So when I first got the camera, I would go to the clubs at my parties and take pictures of everybody and post them online. And that kind of drew a lot of attention to my page as well.
Sure. Because everyone wants to see what they look like at the club.
So, and there's a difference between what they think they look like at the club as opposed to what they actually look like, right?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
They think they're looking
Point.
On point, yes. And then they go look at Prince's page online. I was not looking like that. Then they'll blame you. But it's not the photographer, it's you. Not every time. I wanted to say, we have some social media questions we're going to get to.
Yes.
People on Twitter want to have some questions that you want to answer. But do you do photography and videography with this Destined for Greatness series? Are those kind of neck and neck, or is one kind of taking more priority than the other?
I would say photography is more of a priority, but just more in demand because the Destined for Greatness, there's only be a select few artists that are going to be on it.
Right.
And with photography, I can shoot anybody and anyone, all ages, so it's more broad.
Okay, I see you. I see you, Prince. Okay, so we have a Twitter question. Kiara Hayden on Twitter wants to know, what is your biggest goal with videography? Do you have aspirations for something beyond Destined for Greatness? I don't know, movies, TV series?
Good question.
No, I'm not interested in doing movies, at least not yet. As far as Destined for Greatness goes, I'm starting out locally, Sacramento artist, and I want to expand it to the Bay Area, LA, and maybe get out of state. I have family in Colorado, and they have taken an interest in the show. I know there's local artists everywhere, so if I can take the show everywhere and travel and do that, then that's definitely where I would be headed to.
Awesome. And you do music videos as well, right?
Yes, music videos.
We invite you guys to check out the show. It's called Destined for Greatness. It's on YouTube, and there's a couple shows off that are already online, and then you have more coming up, right?
Yes, I do.
Sweet.
Very
You gotta
nice.
check it out to find out who's coming up. Prince Christoper,
Who's
thank
next?
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the show. Now, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with a friend of ours, local hip-hop artist Trayce, the realist, a man who is everywhere, much like Prince. We talk about his upcoming music projects and how he hustles the way he does. Those secrets, if he can reveal all of them to us, we'll have to see. And we're going to come back and show you guys a little video of a Destined for Greatness clip behind the scenes and how it all goes down. So we'll take a quick break. B's going to powder her nose. I'm going to eat a quesadilla, and we'll be right back. Don't move. This is the Sacramento Sunset.
Life situations sometimes that really influence the song. Like when I made the song Wrong Friend.
We're gonna get right back at it come the first of the year.
Here we're gonna have a little roundtable discussion. We call this the hot corner.
Center fielder is the most important position. Pitcher's not only responsible for touching nearly every ball that is thrown.
Oops. All right,
Oh,
exactly.
I was about to say,
So-
well,
Destined for greatness.
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 Destined for greatness. Life situations sometimes that really influence the song. Like when I made the song Wrong Friend. If you guys heard that, yeah, you have.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the Sacramento Sunset. My name is Brittany Rossman, and of course my lovely co-host Vince McCary in the house.
Good day to you all.
Vince, tell them who we have up next.
Well, we have a local hip-hop artist, but real quick,
Yes.
a little known fact, B also used to be a rapper back in high school.
Yeah.
Greatest influences include Foxy Brown and Eve, but she had to retire.
And Eve.
Today is not about your rap game, B.
I know, which is why we have a guest instead.
That's right. We have a real hip-hop artist, and his name is Trayce, the realist. Welcome aboard, Trayce. Long-time friend of the show, long-time friend of Sacramento.
And a longtime friend of my heart.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Something I didn't know. Trayce, for people who don't know you, tell them how you got your start and how your grind and hustle has been.
I mean, I've always been doing music. I guess in the sense of getting to where I'm going now. I started probably a little over a year ago to actually take music seriously and pursue it. Mostly it was because I did a lot of event planning and promotion and things like that, and I met a lot of big artists. I used to bring them out here all the time, go concerts for them, and I guess it started looking like a realistic dream once you start getting around other people in that industry, you know what I mean, and pick their brain on what they did and trying to make it happen myself.
Would you see them come on stage and you'd be backstage or whatever watching these big time artists do their thing and thinking like, I can do that?
I said that
Yeah.
every time. I used to say to my friend all the time, I'd be like, why isn't that me? And he'd be like, because you're not trying. I'd be like, you're right. Let's do this. You know? So, I mean, my biggest influence, though, was my friends. They kind of, it wasn't really me who said I'm about to take this serious. It was like my friends called me on like a conference call and said, we're going to help you do this. We got to try. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's
that was cool.
It was an intervention.
Yeah.
Intervention.
People do that for me.
They made me do this.
Really?
Yeah.
They
Like-
made you be here today, huh?
Yeah. I wasn't coming.
The interventions I had were like to quit eating cookies and stuff like that.
Stop yourself.
And I can't stop.
Trayce, I wanted to know kind of what your don't listen to me. I wanted to know kind of what your inspiration is as far as the music that you listen to that may cater to your hype and what kind of the music genre you're part of.
You mean like what inspires me on? I mean on what I talk about. Sometimes, you know, I listen, I hear the beat and I just say whatever is coming to my mind. Sometimes it's not really influential, I guess. But then there's always life situations sometimes that really influence a song. Like when I made the song "Wrong Friend," if you guys heard that, yeah, you have.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
But you know, that song was about having a girlfriend, or you're talking to a girl and then you meet her friends and her friends look better than her,
Right.
and that happened. And then I was like, I need to write a song about this. You know, and that ended up being one of my better songs. So it's just stuff that just happens to me, I guess, on a random situations.
Now, one of the things I'd like to credit you for, Trayce, is your turnaround time. Because you put out music and music videos really quickly.
Really quick,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you do that, and what's your week-to-week or month-to-month hustle like? I mean, how do you know how many songs you're going to put out and which music video to do for which song?
I kind of look at it like, I always look at it like one song could last me about 2 months. You know, so I look at it like one song, the first month is just the actual song, the next month there needs to be a video to it. That's kind of how I look at it. The way I do it so quickly is I went to school for film production, so, you know, I know how to work cameras. I edit my own music videos, taught my friend how to shoot, and I have my own camera. So
Okay.
I don't have to pay for anything, you know what I mean? So that's how I'm able to do it so quickly, because I just get up, I just call him, hey, you want to shoot a music video today? And he's like, yeah, like, let's go do it then. He always says yeah, because he was the one that called me about doing the music, so, you know, he's just as motivated as I am.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
So,
Now, at the end of 2012, you're going to be releasing your latest mixtape.
Ooh.
Without a Trace, 2.
2.
2, not
2.
2.0, but 2.
Reloaded.
He kept saying 2.0. That's
I
why.
can't. But what can people expect from that, and what can people expect from you in upcoming 2013 and beyond? I mean, what's your next motive and your goal?
I'm really happy about this project. This is going to be the best one I've ever done, by far, in my opinion, hands down, because the first one, you know, you do music. When you first start recording in a studio, you kind of, it's hard to bring out your real personality because you kind of don't know how you want to present yourself in music. The first and second CD lyrically are about the same, but on the second one, you see more of my personality, I guess, more of me and who I am. I sound different ways all through. I cater to the beats. It's just, for me, it was more fun to do, you know. It was like a veteran of music versus just trying to figure out something, you know what I mean?
Feel like you found your place and you were comfortable
exactly
with where you're at.
My comfort zone in music, you know, so that's why I like this one a lot better. I think the people who heard the first one will like this one better too.
Okay. Now, for people who completely don't know you, what is a random fact about Trayce the Realist that people might not know about you? Related to music or not related to music?
That I edited and directed my own music videos.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. I pretty much just told everybody right now, if they're watching this, no one really knew that except for people who personally knew me. I don't know.
Well,
I got a lot of personal stuff, but I do not want to say that on camera.
We don't blame you.
We don't
okay?
blame you.
We're not here to divulge all that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important to be like a Renaissance man of sorts, like to just be able to know about and do a little bit of everything to try
Yeah.
and make it in this industry of music?
I think that definitely helps you because it opens up more doors and it's always good to meet new people in what you do. And I meet other artists because I do music videos. And sometimes they didn't even know I was an artist. And then they see my videos, they're like, oh man, we got to link up. I mean, it just opens the door for more opportunity and more gateways for me to get in the same industry. So, if I got big as a director first, I could still rap,
Right.
So that's a cool thing.
Be versatile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool. I wanted to know, kind of like what would you say was your best collaboration, like, or maybe your funnest? Doesn't have to be best, or the funnest time you've had with collaborating with a different artist.
I mean, of course, I had to say my man Vince McCurry right
You
here.
don't gotta say
You
that.
I set him up, everyone. I set him up for that.
I feel like, that was a huge setup. Vince McCurry was definitely one thing that I've noticed, it's a lot of unprofessional people you deal with. Vince McCurry is one of the more professional people I've ever dealt with, so appreciate that. But the most exciting one for me is when I did the song with YG. Ooh, voice crack a little bit.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Just kidding.
But when I did the song with YG, it was like, oh my God, that was big. That was super big for me. That wasn't just doing another song and music video. That was, I can really make it, So that was the most exciting. But yeah,
Very cool.
that was the most exciting.
Collaborations are a quick way to find out who's professional and serious. And who's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
Thank you for the kind words about that.
You're welcome for bringing it up.
I really wasn't expecting that.
I know.
We have some people on Twitter who wanted to ask some questions.
Oh,
and
cool.
Jay Baller on Twitter says, what do you enjoy more, recording in the studio or performing live?
I have to say performing live. For some reason, I hate recording in the studio because
Really?
it's like the most repetitive, and you gotta all these takes and judging yourself and stuff. On stage, it goes by real fast. If people love you when you're on stage, then that's way better. Nobody loves you when you're recording, so I guess it's the response from the people that makes being on stage better than recording.
But you gotta learn to love yourself, Trayce.
True.
I love myself more when I know other people love me.
Okay. They got love for Trayce. I know it. One other quick question. Party Juan on Twitter, Party Juan or Party On. He says, what is the process of developing a mixtape or EP? How do you select the singles, getting your songs mastered? He wants to know how the process goes in 10 seconds.
10 seconds? Really?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, first you got to pick the beat. I usually record, I have like an in-house studio. I record my music there. And then from there, I take it to a professional studio downtown to mix and master it.
Okay.
So, yeah, starts at home.
Okay.
Cool.
Starts at home.
How long was that?
It was,
It
9
was
seconds.
15.
We
Oh,
did good.
9?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So love yourself. Start at home. Know thy body. What else, Trayce? I'm just kidding.
In the roofing.
Make sure and check out Trayce's newest mixtape. It's called Without a Trayce 2. Probably already out right now, so just Google that, and you can see what's up with him. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with a Sac Sunset letter from you, the viewer. Trayce, maybe you can answer this with us. Relationship question. Don't move. We'll be right back. This is the Sacramento Sunset.
Don't tell him how you feel. I'm sorry.
Really?
Don't tell him how you feel.
Okay.
We're gonna get right back at it come the first of the year.
Here, we're going to have a little roundtable discussion. We call this the hot corner.
Center fielder is the most important position. Catcher's not only responsible for touching nearly every ball that is thrown.
Oops. All right,
Oh,
exactly.
I was about to say,
So-
well,
Destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness. Destined for greatness.
Don't tell him how you feel. Sorry. dude.
Really?
Don't tell him how you feel.
All right, we're back. Thank you for sticking around with us. This is a Sacramento Sunset. We brought back on Prince Christoper because we had to for this next segment,
We had
along
to.
with Trayce the Realist. Before he graduated from film school, he actually considered being a licensed relationship therapist. So Trayce, this is very important that you're here today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Give out my knowledge.
So we have our letter.
So we do have our Sacramento Sunset letter. Deb, do you have it?
I think
You're supposed to
I checked
get
the
it from our
mailbox.
mailbox.
B, please, if you'd be so kind.
Oh
Wait,
my
where'd it
God.
go? There it is. All right, got it.
Our mailbox has become the shoe.
Long story, low budget. All right, this letter comes to us from Heather from Sac State. She says, hello, I need help with my current relationship status. I was dating a guy long distance for about 6 months and it was perfect. We were both still in school. I will graduate in May and I just got out of a serious long-term relationship. Right now, he is back home for the holidays in the East Coast and he's been distant. I like him a lot, but my woman intuition tells me that he is distracted by someone and it's not me. Trying to be mature about the situation, I told him that it was best if we didn't talk. And so she said, it's best if we don't talk. That's probably how it went out. But she said he didn't like the idea, but he understood and knew the idea of us would be hard. A few days ago, he texted me and asked me if we will meet up later next year when he's back in California and take another trip together like Calistoga. Like nothing has ever happened. He tells me he likes me, yet he doesn't ask me out. I have to talk to his family several times on the phone and haven't met his friends. But you met his family? What? I felt like I was in a relationship with him, and it is why I didn't push for the title of girlfriend. What should I do? I am debating whether I should tell him how I feel and see if we can be together, or if I should just stop talking to him. Is this guy playing me?
Whoa.
B, should you weigh in first because you're a woman and you have intuition?
Why is that in quotes?
Because I'm quoting it from this letter.
No, I'm saying I feel like you don't think women intuition is real.
No, everyone has intuition, but men don't call it men intuition. They
No,
just
you
say,
surely
"I have
don't.
intuition."
Okay, well,
Hit it.
I will hit it with my woman intuition. Heather, I don't really know exactly to give you a set answer. There's a lot of things in your story that is going on, so it kind of just has to go with how you feel about the situation, since you do know him better than I. But what I will say to you is that I would talk to him. I mean, you're saying that you were questioning a lot of things, and the best thing I think in a relationship that you think will last is to be able to communicate with that person and be honest with how you're feeling. How he comes back to you will show you a lot. It will show you if he's willing to be honest back with you, or if you need to move on. So I don't really know. I think communication definitely is key here, so that conversation is important.
So Trayce, role play. You got
Oh,
a chick,
gosh.
you go back east for an extended period of time, and this girl's hitting you up like this, and you think that she's maybe doing too much, or
Hold on, I got this.
please.
You know, actually, what's real ironic, I'm not a relationship therapist like Vince said, but I actually helped B-Unit with a situation like this.
This is true.
Similar, except for not the East Coast thing, but
Yeah. We
the
were like
best thing
sophomores,
is-
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
was when I was still in school. But the main thing is, don't tell him how you feel. Sorry.
Really?
Don't tell him how you feel.
Okay.
The
Why
one
not?
thing about dudes is we like to know the idea that we have the power. So if I know that you want me so much, I can still lead you off a little bit. The thing is, we're the most jealous people in the world. What you have to do is go find you another dude. Not necessarily, you don't have to be with him. I'm sorry, you gotta say, you gotta at least kind of like use him, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
But your ex-boyfriend needs to get jealous. You need to start posting on your social networks like, oh, I got a date with someone special. Make
Hanging
sure.
with Jerome.
No, don't say the names. Don't say the names. Just make it like, cause he's gonna be watching.
Yeah.
He's gonna start thinking like, who is my girl with right now? And that's gonna
Yeah.
drive him crazy. So I mean, you can't push him off completely. You just kind of gotta act like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you, and he will come running back. It happens every time because the worst thing a guy likes to think about is another man having his girl.
There we go.
So
Interesting.
Semi-licensed relationship.
most girls don't take that advice, but that is the advice that works. I promise.
That's why he's Trayce the realist.
That's why
Wow.
I'm Trayce the realist.
Prince, where do you weigh in on this topic?
I see where Trayce is coming from.
But
You know, I don't know. I was gonna say that if you don't tell them how you feel, then you'll never know. So if you don't tell them how you feel, you never know what's gonna happen. And then if you go off with some other guy, then he decide, well, I don't care about her anyway. And then you end up knowing that he didn't care about you, and you'll end up with someone else maybe even better. But if you don't tell him, then you may never know. But if you move on with someone else and he never tries to get back with you, then that's your answer anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't come back, he wasn't going to come back.
right.
Right.
You were just going to be his side chick for the rest of your, well, as long as you let it
For the rest of
happen.
your life.
Lifetime.
Yeah, but nah, yeah, that's where I was trying to get is that he'll come back if he wants to come back. If he doesn't, he won't.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you can get your answer without asking.
Excellent.
But, go ahead.
My advice is, Heather, you think too much. Concentrate on graduating. And then revisit the topic after you have a job.
That's so cool.
We're just about out of time. We want to say thank you to Prince Christoper, the documentarian. Check out Destined for Greatness, the YouTube series, and also to our homeboy Trayce, the realist. Get his new mixtape, Without a Trace 2. D, what else we got popping off?
Well, we actually do have coming late December 2012. We got our Sacramento Treasure episodes coming out, so basically stay tuned for those.
That's right, and Trayce isn't lying. I am a singer. Check out my music on vincevicari.com. In the meantime, for all of our cast and crew here, thank you to everybody. I am Vince Vicari for Britney, Trayce, and Prince. Wishing you all good luck, good health, and good times. We'll see you on the internet, facebook.com/Sacramento Sunset.